Well, we've got 5 properties right now in Asia Pacific, 3 in Southeast Asia, Malaysia, Thailand in Pattaya, Malaysia is in Penang, and of course Bali, which was the first foreign hotel to open back in the late 1990s. In addition, we've opened the hotel casino in Macau, in the City of Dreams complex with our friends at Melco PBO. And we've opened a hotel, standalone hotel, the only branded hotel in Resorts World in Singapore on Sentosa Island. The 2 properties in China will be huge for us. Reestablishing the brand presence in China. We have nothing else right now, not a cafe or a hotel in mainland China, and we are looking to reestablish that presence in both the hotel side and the cafe side. And these 2 properties, in partnership with the Mission Hills Golf Resort folks, will be great representations for the brand. And I know that my cafe colleagues are pursuing several opportunities where they would do sort of a regional thing, where they do 3 deals with this group, 3 deals with that group, and so forth. We don't have the kinds of ambitions to have hundreds of properties in China. If I can do 1 more hotel deal a year now going forward, just sort of for as long as I'll be around, I think I'd be excited about that. If we happen to pick up a second one in a given year, all the better. On the cafe side, I think the guys are looking for some 15 or 20 ultimately. So that means if you can do 2 or 3 a year, it's still a 5-year, 6-year build out. So we think that our ambitions are appropriately scaled, but we're excited. Obviously in Japan, we've got our longest standing cafe franchisee. We're certainly anxious in several opportunities. We've had some conversations in Tokyo, which of course is the gateway city, but we've also had conversations about Okinawa, Fukuoka, for hotels, and in some cases in concert with our cafe franchisee, where we would also put a cafe in with the hotel. Korea, I mentioned, we have signed a letter of intent to do what we call an area development agreement with a major company in the region, not a Korean company, but they would be our franchisee for cafes across Korea. They would also be the owner-developer when we would manage hotels or hotel casinos. So it is a complete brand-wide area development agreement. We're in the process of negotiating the definitive documents on that. So all of Southeast Asia, I mentioned earlier that we're looking at a couple of things in Vietnam. We think that Vietnam could be the next Asian tiger, and we're excited about getting there. We've got cafes in Ho Chi Minh City and Saigon, and we're still looking at other opportunities there as well.
So how important is it for you from a hotel perspective to see the growth of the cafes again throughout the world? Because I mean, Hard Rock Cafe's just gone back into Sydney not so long ago. So having the brand getting re-established in some of these markets, or being established in some of these markets, how much is that helping you from the growth perspective?
We think it's very synergistic. The brand is incredibly well known, and that knowledge worldwide is based mostly on the cafe business. What we are trying to do is, and the cafes have been upgraded, they're more sophisticated, the display of the memorabilia is far more museum quality than one might remember from 15 or 20 years ago. The food is served fresh, it's made fresh. We're working on localization of our menu, doing some different things. We've been doing some studies, for example, that we understand that in dealing with Western food, particularly Chinese, and these include both Chinese in China and the outbound Chinese, which, as you may have heard this morning from Jonathan Tish's comments, has become the largest outbound tourist origination country in the world. So we want to be more appealing to the Asian taste. Our music will be more appealing. And so as we do that in the cafe area, it establishes the brand. And then I won't say that we can swoop in behind them, but the brand connection is stronger today. The relationships within the company are stronger today than they've probably been in 10 or 15 years. So we're excited about that. We collaborate, we support each other. In some cases, as in Korea, where we actually negotiated a deal with one developer to do the whole country, we clearly will find instances where a hotel is being built, the cafe should go in there. We'll work with our franchise colleagues on that stuff. The other thing, again, I mentioned the brand awareness. It's from the cafes. We are a great option for people who want to bring a vibrant, lifestyle brand that is an established, known brand into some of these markets. And with all respect to my hotel colleagues, 2,000 of whom are a block away at the conference, we're different. We're fresh. We're new. We don't have that kind of huge brand distribution that sometimes works against us, but in many cases it works for us, and particularly in more advanced cities. Hong Kong is a great example, or Tokyo is a great example. Many of those brands are already there with several entries into the field. We're fresh, we're new, and we're available. We are very much interested ultimately in putting hotels in Australia. It's distance, of course, is a challenge, but we think as the cafes expand, we've looked at a couple of opportunities. There's one in-house right now that we're looking at that we've expressed an interest in. So there's no place in the world we won't go.